What's going on, guys? I hope you can hear me. We're doing something that we haven't done in a few months, but while you're here, if you're already here, you're already viewing the channel, I've got analytics showing me that 80% of my viewers are not subscribed. You keep coming back, so you might as well hit that subscribe button for me. It's free, it'll really help me out. But let's get into today's video. We've had some warmer weather, and man, I'm telling you, the water, as you can see here, started out about 32 degrees on Sunday, made it up to about 36, 37 degrees on Tuesday, and it's consistently rose till today. Right now about 3:50 Thursday evening, the water temperature is still climbing, but the most recent update I got is 45 degrees. But the water temp shot up about 13 degrees this week, and I'm not saying these fish are gonna be busting top water or nothing, but it might be enough to get them off the bottom. So I only have an hour and a half to fish, so I'm gonna put the camera away, we're gonna get rigged up, and I'm gonna show you how I break down this creek in hopes to catch a winter smallmouth. Stay tuned, let's see what we can make happen. Guys, this is crazy. It is 75 degrees out here. I'm in a t-shirt. I really wish the wind wasn't blowing like it is today, but that's usually how it goes for me. So I finally get a day to fish, and then the wind will howl for the next hour and a half while I'm out here. So I know there's some guys that'll literally be out here in the wintertime in these rivers and stuff, fishing when the water temp's at 33, 34 degrees, and they're catching tank smallies. I don't have time to do that right now. With school and work and everything else going on, I can't get my boat out. But the days I do have a little bit of break, I will come out and wade on the warmer days. So as you saw in the graph earlier, on about the third or fourth warm day, I'll come out and see if I can't find some fish. So I don't want to fish areas like this with a bunch of moving water, even with the water warming up as much as it has. So I'll target slower areas like this one here. Slower, it's got some depth. It's a good spot for these smallies to hold up and just feed on bait fish coming by. And we're gonna see if they want a little minnow. Got this lower end here. If they could be hiding in behind these rocks, or up in the upper end where it's a little bit deeper. So I got a Kitech football head jig and a little 2.8 Kitech on the back. This one's just a slight bit heavier, so it may help us get down there quicker, maintain that bottom contact and not get lost in the current. Okay, so like that last hole you see me cast it in, all of this is textbook winter smallmouth water. They were both super deep, had plenty of cover, rocks, trees, that kind of thing. And they both had current rolling through that's going to be bringing in bait. So all these fish got to do is lay in these holes and wait on the bait to come by to eat. But after fishing both of these holes for 30 to 40 minutes, I never got the first bite or saw the first fish. But sometimes that's how it goes. Okay, so notice what we have here. We've got some rocks, a big tree for laydown, good depth, and current. There we go. First fish. I felt him pick it up. Oh, don't do that. That's a good one. Let's go, baby. There's another one with him. Let's go. Smallmouth in the net. On the little Kitech football head jig. Little 2.8 trailer. Buddy's right at 16 inches. All right, guys, I am not gonna lie to you. I was starting to get a little nervous. It has been 1 hour and 4 minutes since I got in the water. First bite. Gorgeous fish, man. I haven't had a smallmouth in my hands since early November. First smallmouth of the year, first winter smallie, just over 16 inches. Let's go get this guy released. Hopefully the first of many this year. All right guys, like I said, it was an hour before I got that first bite. So when you come out for these winter smallies, do not get discouraged. You got to stick with what you got on. It may not be working, and you know, sometimes changing may help. But I fished that bait for a solid 40 minutes and finally got a bite. But there was another fish with that one. Let's go back over there and see if there's a few more stacked up, because in the wintertime, they will do that. That is my main goal when I come out in the wintertime, early spring, when the fish are just not active, is to catch one fish. So we've got that out of the way today. That fish come, you see this rock right here? I don't know if you guys can see that or not. There's a rock right here, and then there's another submerged rock, and I was dragging through it. I felt rock, I felt the rock, and I felt just something pick it up and stop it. This spot here is not near as deep as what I fished earlier, but like I say, depth is all relative to where these fish are gonna hang out. We ended up picking one off today, so we already won in my book. But let's see if there's a few more. There's a couple more holes here, and it's starting to get dark. Like I said, I only had an hour and a half to fish, and we've already wasted an hour of time. All right, there definitely could be fish here. Super deep here, especially over through those rocks. Lots of cover, current bringing in bait. There's fish. Yep. I was letting that thing just drag across the rocks. Crazy in the current over there too. I have no idea where this fish is at. There we go. Fish number 2. Right at dark. This is the second, like I say, second fish, and they've been covered in leeches. Anyways, smallmouth number 2. All right guys, that is gonna do it for our first smallmouth trip of 2023. Let's keep moving downstream, get back to the car, and I'll see you guys at the house. All right guys, made it back to the house, so let's discuss what all went down today. So if you're like me and you cannot wait until spring or summer to go after these smallmouth, and you catch a warm day like we did today and you just gotta go fish, there's a few things you need to know. First and foremost, for optimizing your chance to catch some fish, you gotta get a stretch of warm weather. So usually after about the 3rd or 4th day of a good stretch of warm weather, I like to go out and fish. The water temps are increasing, those smallmouth are gonna get up and get a little more active, and that'll give you a little bit better chance of locating some fish. Number 2, you have to target the right locations and find some cover. So you're gonna wanna find some depth, which is relative to your body of water. So in my case today, the creek is only, on average, about 2 to 3 feet. I did fish 2 holes today that were probably 7 to 8 feet deep. Tons of rock, and I mean, if I was gonna catch a fish today, I knew it was gonna be out of one of those 2 holes. But it didn't work out, didn't get a single bite, fished through them for about 40 minutes, and ended up catching a fish tucked up behind a rock in about 3 to 4 foot of water. And the last thing is, don't get discouraged and don't give up. So even today, I was getting a little bit discouraged throwing that swim bait around, and I was like, man, I'm just not getting any bites, not the first bite for like 40 minutes. I'm like, man, where are the fish at? What are they doing? Am I throwing the wrong bait? But I stuck with that bait, ended up getting bit, ended up catching 2 fish. I did locate 4 fish today and got 2 in the net. And all I hope for on a day when I go out when it's winter time, these water temps are freezing, I want 1 fish. That's a big win in my book, especially when you're wading and you have limited access to water. But I hope you guys like this video. It's a little bit of a content switch up from the usual trout videos I've been posting while it's cold. But man, today has got me excited for some more smallmouth fishing. And who knows, maybe this video will help one of you guys go out and catch some winter smallmouth in your own body of water. But I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking this video out. If you don't already, hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out. And we'll catch you on the next one.